Okay, quick tour around the garden. I have some starts here. These pea starts are doing really nicely. These are coleus, so tiny. And then this is some of my microgreens for salads. Asparagus, oh my gosh, they're so tiny. So tiny. So I'm learning about asparagus before I try to grow it again. Let's see what's happening over here. So over here we have thornless raspberries along the fence line. They are very little. And we have sunflowers as well. Fig tree was new last year. Pomegranate tree new last year. It's doing pretty good. The chickens tore it up at least twice. They destroyed one, and then they tore this one up a couple of times. But I kept my eyes on it, kept planting it, and it came back. This is a kumquat tree. It actually has fruit, even though it's so tiny. It's a baby tree, so we're taking very good care of it. What did I plant in here? I planted sunchokes yesterday. And this wire cage is just kind of to try and keep the chickens from jumping in there. Let's see. Up to the herb garden. Oh, goodness. I thought I planted microgreens in here. It looks like I planted radishes in here. So I'm harvesting them as microgreens. So I'm going to have to thin these out. I'll use them as sprouts. So I will eat them and then let the greens grow up and just see how that goes. It's my first time doing it. I have a compost here, which I love compost because it's alive. These are my broccoli sprouts, and they're like super way close together. And these are some more radish sprouts. These little basil plants are all propagated from this mama, who needs some sunlight right now, so I'll just move her into the sunlight. I'm growing some things in growing bags so that I can move them around and get more sunlight. These beans are ready to plant. And then these little guys, I bought tomato plants, but look, my sprouts are doing okay. And then more beans. Strawberry patch. We have sunflowers all the way along this wall up to where that trellis is, and those are beans. But on the other side of the fence, we get deer walking through, so I can't train the peas to go up on the fence. I have to train them to go onto a trellis that's going to be a few inches away from the fence. So we're going to need some more stakes for that. Eggplant, pepper. These are zucchini that are ready to plant. I forgot to show you my herbs. Got so excited about the new babies. So this is marjoram, and it has been kind of invasive. It's grown, it's spread every year. I rip a bunch of it out, and this year I decided, you know what? I have all this bare soil here, so why not let it grow? Why not let it spread a little bit? It's a beautiful plant. It has really sweet little blossoms on it when it blossoms. So I'm just gonna let it grow and spread out and see what happens. And I like it. So I'm not fighting the marjoram anymore. This is my my very healthy thyme. Smells so good. This is my very healthy sage. I've never had a sage this healthy. And then here's some more thyme that's doing really good. Growing. And another sage plant. Here's a close-up of some of the sunflowers. They're doing okay. The strawberry patch, which I'm going to get some ground cover in there to cover the ground between the strawberries and get some more nitrogen in the soil. So we'll see how that goes. I hope it's not too late to do a cover crop. And then this is blueberry, and blueberry. Okay, and then up here we have more microgreens, but first we have, this was a pleasant surprise. These are lentils. This is lentil sprouted. It's totally edible. I found out because I didn't want to eat it if it was not edible. They taste like lentils. They're pretty good. I obviously planted this way too thick. But I'm going to use this as cover crop and as microgreens. And I was so surprised that just that the bulk lentils that you get in the store sprout like crazy. They do great. My sweet peas. Sweet peas are thriving. They're outgrowing their trellis. And then I just moved this guy back here because I realized it would be nice to have something. This is going to actually kind of grow tall, so something growing up behind this rock. And this plant has just really been thriving. I think I got it last year, and it just keeps getting bigger and stronger. And then these are spurge. They grow like weeds, and they're beautiful. And they really do spread a lot. A bird brought these in either last year or the year before last. And you can kind of see there's baby spurge all over. And I've dug up probably about between 20 and 30 spurge to just give away. And they've all been taken. So this is my potato patch. These are the girls. They're mad because they have not had complete free range like they usually do. That's Sugar. That's Genevieve. And that's Madeline. They get to come out for a couple hours or a few hours in the late afternoon before the sun goes down so that they can free range, but they're not really free ranging because we're keeping an eye on them because they tear things out. And they used to have all day, every day in the garden, and at this point in time, while the plants are really small, they're not having all that freedom. They're not very happy about it. But they are very fortunate birds. They have a castle and good food. These are lettuce sprouts, and I give them greens. These are my lettuce plants. And these are microgreens. These are also edible. These are nasturtium plants. They're so beautiful. You can eat the flowers and you can eat the greens. They're kind of spicy. I usually pick the smaller leaves to eat. And I don't pick the flowers because I like to I pick the flowers occasionally, but I like to let the flowers go to seed. So they turn into, it looks like a little garbanzo bean, double garbanzo bean, that the flowers turn into after they dry up. So I just let that happen so that they reseed themselves every year. In California, they do so good here. And then these are my grapevines that I thought my husband killed last year because I thought he overwatered them. And they came back very strong. And he put these trellis wires up for me. Here's Miss Muppet. Hi, Miss Muppet. Getting some sunlight, aren't you? She loves to wander around and just sniff everything and lay in the sun. So this is a grapevine. My tomato plants are over here. What I've been doing with the tomato plants, while they're still small, and they are actually, they're noticeably growing, even though it's been pretty cloudy and rainy around here, is I've been picking the flowers off of them because I don't want all the energy of the tomato plant to go into producing fruit yet until the roots and the foliage get strong. So I'm just picking the flowers off. First time that I've ever done that. Just picking the flowers off for now. They're gonna keep producing. They have been producing a lot of flowers. Even the teeny tiny plants. Now this one's getting pretty big. So you know, I might just let it start fruiting. I'm not sure. I pulled these bottom branches off and buried it up above the holes where in the stem, because that will put out more roots, and the more roots, the more nutrition the plant can get and the healthier it'll be. So happy tomatoes, happy garden. Here's another one. It's looking good. They got quite a bit of rain, and I was a little concerned because I'm learning about just conditions for different plants, and tomato plants can get mildewy, but I think in our climate it's not that bad. It's not that common. I think that's other more humid climates. So flowers up here, and yeah, that's all for the vegetables right now. And I'm going to plant some microgreens today, and plant a few more potatoes in my potato patch. Have a great day.